Hi, Dave Snyder here. It is, what day is it? The 8th of January, 2018. So I want to show you this weather pattern that's been showing itself a lot lately. Okay, let me just, I don't have it overlaid, I don't think. Okay, well, this is just one. We've seen this pattern in the weather like for the past week. It's been in the Atlantic right here. Just the other day, I shared a video where this was over the Atlantic, this A shape. You see the A shape? That's the alpha shape, right? And it comes back and it curls around right here. Right now it's on the west coast. I've seen it in a picture. It was like right here off the west coast. It comes across the Pacific, but it also comes into the Atlantic, goes all the way up here into the Atlantic as well. And you can see in this picture, it's on the east coast of North America. This A shape. See that it comes up like this. There's the point, and it comes back down like this. And it curls this way, curls up in the backside like this. Okay, well, we already know. I mean, if you watch my videos, you already know what this pattern is right here. Look at how round it is. Look how round that pattern is. How does that happen? Something had to be there to make that pattern on the earth. That's from the earth. It's not just in the sky. That comes from the ground up. That pattern does. It does not travel across the globe and stay in the same shape. It shapes itself as it goes over the land. It shapes itself. That's what weather does. Anyways, I got this overlaid over. Look at the circle, okay? Just look at the circular shape. Now look where it puts itself when I align this A over the alpha on the Earth, which is Indonesia and the Philippines. I mean, it just, it makes it so clear. The continents all come from this circle on the Earth. There's no way around that. Let me see I don't know which picture I got here. Okay, there it is. Okay, see how the A shape is there? Look at that. Look at Indonesia. Look how I got it aligned. Okay, now look at the circle. Look where it puts the circle. This circle right here. That's over North America. Right in the center of this big circle that's on the earth. The circle of life. The circle. Everything comes from the circle. Everything. Everything does. Everything was created within that circle. All of this shit. Look at the circle here in Central Asia. The big circle right there. This is a big circle. Look at the circle. And it'll all go in there. Look, you can see the A shape right in here. Looks like a little bit. I mean, we know that the A shape comes all the way across, and all you got to do is overlay it over the alpha right there, and it'll put everything together perfectly. I mean, I haven't been doing it because I'm just kind of fed up with this shit. Look at the point right here. Look at this point where it comes up into China. Look at China. It does the same thing right there. The point that comes up like a pyramid with an eye right there. And look what it does with Yellowstone. I mean, look, all I did was align this, and this confirmed the video I made 2 weeks prior to this, at least, where I showed Copernicus bringing California and Cali together. I made that video first, using the Copernicus crater on the moon to bring these two areas together, and South America I included in that video. And then 2 weeks later, I found this old picture that I had in my files, and I seen the alpha, and I put the alpha there, and it brought the whole thing right into the center of the circle of life, right? And it aligned this all on its own. But look where it puts Yellowstone. Look where it puts Yellowstone. We've been having earthquakes right here. Well, Yellowstone's right in here. It's in the right area. We've been having earthquakes in this area for days now. And this is where the big Sumatra earthquake took place. There's a volcano down there that creates these cyclonic storms all the time right here. And look, that's where Yellowstone ends up. And Lake Toba's right in the same neighborhood. Lake Toba and Yellowstone and the great volcano, this desert in China and Hawaii, they're all linked together. They're all from the same thing originally. So it's just been, the crust of the earth has moved over it or whatever, but they're all from the same thing originally, for sure. There's no question about that. That's why Salt Lake, the Salt Lake City in Utah, Salt Lake City or whatever, Salt Lake that's why, because there was a volcano right there. The volcano's under the ocean in the Bay of Bengal. That's why I always say the weather in the Bay of Bengal will always fit the geology of of the Rocky Mountains right here. If you ever see a weather pattern in the Bay of Bengal that has some kind of shape or form to it, save it. Take it over to the Rockies. It'll fit the geology perfect every time. I had some pictures I had saved, and I did the overlays, and I never got around to putting it on video. Apologize for that, but that's just the way it goes. And I got more stuff I should probably be shown, but I mean that shows. Look, this was not an eclipse. This was the moon. This is just one small area of the moon. This thing. Let's measure it. Let's measure it at that size. I mean, it's got to be 2,000 miles, right? 2,300 miles. The moon is not that big. Is not even that big. This is just one crater on the moon. This is one crater. We know what crater that is. Mare Moscoviensis, Mare Oriental will fit in there. This is Imbrium. This is the outline of Imbrium as well. So all sides of the moon were locked onto this spot on the Earth. This spot right here. Right there. And I'm not saying it looked like this when it was like that. I'm sure because Australia was in there. All the continents were in there at the time, probably. But it shaped. I mean, the moon was definitely over this area of the Earth for a long period of time. It created the Ice Age. It definitely created the Ice Age. There's no way around that. It stayed over this location of the Earth and flipped around and still stayed on this spot on the Earth. But, it would show Imbrium, and it would show Mare Oriental, and it would show Moscoviensis. It showed all different sides of the moon all the time. You can see it in the weather. I mean, then you see the trails where it goes to another location where it stays and does something for a while, You see the trails on the Earth. Like I said, you see the trail from the Bay of Bengal all the way over to the Rocky Mountains. So I know that's the reason why I saved the weather from the Bay of Bengal and took it to the Rockies, because I seen a trail coming from the Bay of Bengal nonstop all the way across the Pacific came up here and down and stopped right at the Rocky Mountains. A solid trail of weather. And then when you looked at the weather that was in the Bay of Bengal, it looked just like the Rocky Mountains. I was like, holy shit. And then you got Kali here, and you got the goddess Kali there. It all goes together. The land down under was literally the land down under. I could put Australia right into this. You can almost see it. You can almost see the A shape right here. See that? See like the A shape right here comes up, and how it comes up right here. It's the same how it curls around and has that. That's the same as right there. So, I mean, Australia will go up in there. Antarctica will go up in there. It all goes into that circle, everything. Africa will go on this side. South America on this side. This is South America, too. You see that in the weather. This is, part of South America that shows that. The weather does. So anyways, I just wanted to point that out, how it centers in the circle. Like that. Look at that. It's, I'm not guessing. That's the way it goes. You can do it. You could triple, quadruple check it. But the moon was locked onto the Earth. And as the Earth turned, however it turned, see, I don't go by what they say how everything was back in the, how the maps, the space maps or whatever. I don't believe they know what it was like then. They're just guessing that shit was in the position it was in. They don't know. They have no idea. They have no idea. At least, and we definitely don't have any idea. So, I mean, this could all be bullshit as far as that goes. But I mean, they sure went through a lot of trouble to make us, believe something different, to hide the gold, whatever. Anyways, have a great day.